There is no authorization for the use of military force for the United States to operate a land war in Venezuela. What does the Congress know? When will the Congress be better informed? And at what point is this an illegal war?
Well, it's illegal now. I mean, and first, let's be clear. I mean, the last brief that Congress received on just what's happening in Venezuela in its totality was a couple of weeks ago, let alone on what just happened and this ground attack here at the port. And on the boat strikes, that continues, but yet to be resolved. And now we have much more information about where those boats were actually going, not all to the United States. The fact that that in some of these boats there were likely not hard drugs that were found that the president was claiming that there was. And of course, we were killing and assassinating people with no proof of what they were actually doing or what were on these boats. And Congress has not only not been consulted, there has been actually no actual deference to the separation of powers and the authority to actually go into any type of war. Donald Trump right now is marching us into a war.
The middle class doesn't have a lobbyist. They don't have a super PAC. They don't have a corporate PAC. But they should have the Democratic Party.
And closures be announced. And then you add to that the Affordable Care Act subsidies that expired and the doubling and tripling of healthcare premiums. My constituents are telling me every day that they are making horrific choices. You know, I had constituent just the other day tell me she's not going to get health insurance. And people are going to...
I believe the people closest to the pain should be the closest to the power, driving and informing the policy making.
And covering up for who? We now know that this is likely, possibly, Donald Trump's friends, his billionaire buddies, folks that he knew from New York and Palm Beach. What else is Donald Trump hiding? What information is he hiding? What was the relationship between the president and Jeffrey Epstein? And he is the most cowardly person in the entire government for not even willing to stand up to Donald Trump to say one thing to the president about the way that he continues to sidestep the Congress. And by the way, members of his own party.